Hello, darlings. I am Cassandra. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for coming. In this Jungle Beauty Goddess Collective Tarot Oracle reading, I am going to give you a message from Source, and then I'm going to give you some metaphysical spiritual tools such as angelic assistance, working with entities, angels, spirits, your ancestors, the gemstones and crystals perhaps to help you align your chakras, and even maybe some Feng Shui remedies to apply to your home to help you build, mold, shape, but most of all, create your supreme dream into reality. The first card I have for you in this collective reading is from my Jungle Beauty Goddess Oracle deck, and this is the matter who would be considered Source, the masculine Source, and this is his wife, who is actually the feminine Source, and his message is love is the most powerful force in the universe. The next card I have for you is the Knight of Swords. He is a man on a mission to bring his dreams into fruition. He uses his intellect to push him forward. When he's on the battlefield, he cannot be stopped. He rushes forward without... Basically, when I think of him, I think of Tom Cruise and some of the Mission Impossible movies. He is going to get the job done. Now, he's been on the battlefield, and he's been using his sword to to slice and dice and he is a man. All right, he is respected. People know to get out of his way, or you're going to get cut out of his way, right? But he's been in the trenches, in the battlefield for a very long time. And now he wants something more, right? He wants the Knight of Swords. Is like, yeah, it's been fun. I've given as good as I've gotten. I've been a wonderful knight to the king. I've done as I've been told, but I'm looking for more. I'm looking to move my life to the next level. The next card I have for you is the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is a card that says, yeah, you're at a crossroads in your life, but baby, you're going to need a strategy. You're going to need a plan. How are you going to move your life forward? What are the things you're going to do to be able to move your life forward? The skill set that made me an excellent knight, is that going to be the skill set that's needed to make me a king or an emperor? If I want more out of life, what are the things that I need to do to better myself? What choices do I need to make to go through the golden gate? Like, what do I need to, when I think of the cards so far, I think of a person who's running for office, right? Now, I think if you're running for office, you have to be careful because you want to win against your opponent. But if you do too much damage, how are you going to be able to entice their supporters to vote for you in the bigger election? Or if you win that region, you don't want a lot of people disliking you. But when you're a knight, you don't have to worry about who's not going to like you, because you are only fighting people that you don't have further relationships with. So we have the Two of Wands. He's looking to move forward. He's looking for a strategy. He's looking for a plan. He wants more out of life. The next card I have is the Star. The Star card is a card about healing. It's about hope. It's about vulnerability. It's about looking towards the future. It's the Star. Like, I'm healing myself. I'm thinking about some of the battles that I've won, some that I've lost, but I really want a life that is richer and that has more meaning. And I'm ready to heal. I'm ready to heal so that I can move forward. Now, if you notice, in the Star card, the woman is not wearing anything, because in order to to move your life forward, you have to connect to your emotions. You have to become vulnerable. You have to be sensitive. You have to tear down the walls and the barriers that protected you when you were a knight on the battlefield. So when you were on the battlefield as a Knight of Swords, you weren't trying to build relationships with people because you knew that there was a good chance you wouldn't even see them the next day, or nothing could blossom because of the lifestyle that was required to be very successful as a knight. But now you're saying, look, maybe I want a wife, maybe I want some children, right? Maybe I want a family, maybe I want more, maybe I don't want to hurt anybody anymore, not in that way. So the walls that protected you as a soldier, as a knight, the walls that protected you when maybe you had to go to a job that put food on the table, but it was mind numbing and you didn't feel fulfilled, right? But the job allowed you to feed your family. But in order to move to the next level of your life, it is required for you to connect to your emotions, to connect to your heart. Love is the most powerful force in the universe. Now you need to, tear down those walls. You need to be honest. You need to tell people how you really feel. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to move to the emperor position with those walls and the mindset that made you a successful Knight of Swords. And the last card I have in this reading is the Emperor. Now, the Emperor is a man with a plan who knows what he wants out of life, okay? The way I like to think of the Emperor is, he is a person who not only does he have to worry about his supporters, but he has to also worry about the people who may not have agreed with him or voted for him or supported him, because he is building an empire and he can't afford to think like a knight. He can't afford to say, well, even if I win, I still need the people who I have maybe hurt. So when I think of this Emperor and I think of the Knight of Swords, the Knight of Swords is working in this particular collective reading. He is working to become the Emperor, and he doesn't really know what he needs to change about himself to become this Emperor. So what I like to think about is, like, maybe when Obama was running for office against Hillary, and he had to be careful about how he attacked her, because if you win the primary, you still want her voters to vote for you. So you can't think like a knight. You can't think, okay, I have my sword, like a person on the battlefield. This person, the Knight of Swords, he's not worried about his supporters. He's not worried about the big picture. He's not worried about long-term thinking. He's worried about what's in front of him and destroying it or using it to his advantage to win the war, because he's a knight. But an Emperor reminds me of, I think it was during the election when John McCain, there were some supporters saying something about Obama, and he stopped in the middle of a town hall meeting, and he said something along the lines of, that isn't true, he's a good man. And to me, he was the Emperor, because the Emperor is thinking, I stand for truth and integrity and honor and dignity. He is not worried. He's not thinking, I just need to win at all costs, and I don't really care what happens as long as I carry out my mission. That is not how an Emperor thinks. An Emperor thinks long term. So the knight, the king, the Knight of Swords. Swords represent air energy and intellect. He's smart. He knows how to, use his words to get ahead. He knows how to use his sword to slash through the drama, the inconsistencies, the people that he can't trust. He knows how to do this, but he doesn't want to die on the battlefield. He does not want to spend the rest of his life as a knight. So I have a very good remedy for him. I have an angel who will help him transform from being a knight into looking at the qualities and characteristics within himself that he needs to use in order to move his life forward. So before I give you my remedy for helping this knight transform himself so he can become an emperor, this would apply to anybody who's watching this. If you are looking to be a supervisor or a manager, you're looking to move up in some way. If you're elevating yourself, whether it's in a relationship, whether it's in a job, or anything that you're working on, and you want to improve yourself, you know that who you were very successful. You were an awesome knight, and everybody know that nobody could get the job done like you. But now you're looking to make the next move, or maybe you're looking to elevate yourself in a relationship, and you were an amazing boyfriend or girlfriend. But what is required to be an amazing boyfriend and girlfriend? Is that the same skill set that's going to make you an excellent husband? Or is that the same skill set that's going to make you an excellent parent? Everything that you have right now is based on the skill set, the experience, the knowledge, the wisdom, all of the things that you've gone through to get you where you are. But the next level requires a deeper look at your life so that you can open up your emotions, become more sensitive, become more vulnerable, love yourself more so that you can move yourself to the next level. Now, my suggestion would be words of power, and I just want to make it clear to everybody, I'm not being paid to promote anybody. This is my personal stash. These are things that I absolutely use for myself, and I have found them to be very effective for me. So I would tell this wonderful knight who is looking to become an emperor and heal himself, darling, get the words of power, and I would do the ritual for let go of guilt and shame. I don't know if you guys can see this. And then here's the sigil. And working with the sigils it's basically you're looking at the sigil, you're thinking about what you want. Matter of fact, I have a video explaining how to use words of power, and I will link it. So maybe put it in the link in the description box. So letting go of guilt and shame is when you hold on to like negative feelings about yourself that prevent you from moving forward in your life, they can hijack your magical efforts. So when you feel guilt or shame about a particular area of your life, so let's just say, he's hurt a lot of people, right? Because he's been a man in the trenches. He's been a man who has seen a lot, who has done a lot, and now he wants to get off the battlefield. So basically, this magic will help you. I'm improvising now. Eliminate your shame and guilt, and this make you far more open to receiving what you desire. Now, the other ritual that I would definitely recommend for this wonderful knight or anybody who's looking to elevate their life, I would do the ritual for become the most lovable version of yourself. This is one of my favorite rituals, by the way, guys. Becoming the most lovable version of yourself. This is a sigil for it. So basically, it's about not being too hard on yourself. But what you want to do is identify the things that you need to change about yourself. So when you're working with that star energy, so that you are able to move into the next level of your life. So I know a lot of people may feel like, why do I need help to elevate my life, to move myself to the next level? I personally feel like we're all here to help somebody do something, whether you're an angel in the spiritual realm, whether you are a counselor in the 3D realm, whether you are at the grocery store or you're checking somebody out. We're here, beings, entities. We all have we all want to feel needed. We all want to help somebody. When we help other people, we define ourselves. Do you understand what I'm saying? As much as it may sound fun to just do nothing, there is something about, I think, of all beings and entities, no matter what realm you're in, you want to be of assistance. So if you are at a place in your life right now and you're looking to move up, you are, now you want to be a CEO. You don't want to be a director anymore. You don't want to be a manager. You've done it. The job has become mundane. You are an excellent worker and you've been doing your job for years, but now you want to be a supervisor. You want to move up. So when we go through the change and moving up, we have to realize that the skills that made us who we were, we needed those skills, and we have to love and celebrate the person we were, because that person was very successful on the battlefield with the sword. But when you move into the Emperor, darling, the Emperor's sword becomes love. He rules with love, even with people who may not support him. So if you're a supervisor, everybody, everyone is not going to always like what you do, but if they know that you are a loving and kind person, they're going to respect you. So love is the most powerful force in the universe. And that love is not only the love that you're going to express and display and use with other people, but it's also a love that you're going to have to embrace and accept for yourself in order to move your life to the next level. I really hope this reading helps someone. Thank you so much for watching. And I look forward to seeing you, darlings, in the next video.